Welcome back to another LSPDFR Patrol. For today's episode, we're continuing to test out the hybrid electric vehicle pack by Blue Ghost. This is a 2019 Avalon hybrid. I believe it's a limited model. Take a quick look at the car before we begin. Today, it's going to be an unmarked vehicle. We are a detective with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. Quick spin around of the car. These new Avalons, actually, they look really nice. I did confirm that this piece of the car right there is a spotlight. So if you use Alex Guire's spotlight modification, you can control it like that, which is pretty awesome. Let's take a look at the lighting. Stage 1 is going to be our traffic advisor. Stage 2. And stage 3. I think it looks really nice. We got a couple more cars to look at this pack, so I'm excited to continue looking at the cars. We're also doing a new call out pack. It's called Country Murders, and it's a call out that has more narrative, so we'll be taking a look at that today. Of course, if you want to download any of the modifications I use, check out the link in the description of this video. Dispatch Lincoln 18, show me 1041, 108.
Roger, 1 Lincoln 18. Proceed to patrol area. All units, assistance required in the Chilean Mountain State Wilderness.
Copy that, dispatch. Show me responding.
10-4, copy that. 1 Lincoln 18.
So we're going to be headed to respond to this call. It looks like we're going to be investigating a body found in the wilderness. If you've missed the past few patrols, we're using a new graphics mod called Natural Vision Evolved. I'm really enjoying it. I think it looks awesome, especially at nighttime. You will notice a little bit of a performance hit, but if your computer can handle it, I think it's well worth putting in the game. So we're going to get around this car here and head to the scene. Right, you can see we've already got other officers here. Dispatch Lincoln 18, show me on scene.
Roger that. 1 Lincoln 18. Proceed with caution.
Like we have a couple witnesses here, an officer. Oh, and there's the body. Jane, detective, the corpse is right behind me. Let me give you the details before you start the investigation. Okay, so we can use our keyboard to determine what question we should ask. So let's ask what happened. We got a 1054 via dispatch. When we arrived on scene, we found the dead body and 3 suspects. Oh, we have 3 suspects. Okay. She secured the area around the dead body while Deputy Ross kept an eye on the suspects. We waited for a specialist to start the main investigation. Okay, tell me about the victim. We got some information from dispatch based on the driving license we found near the body. The victim is Taylor James. He was a lawyer living in Vinewood Hills, no family. He must have died within the last 3 hours based on the condition of the corpse. Okay. What can you tell me about our suspects? We have 3 suspects, a woman. There's a woman and 2 men. Okay. First, there's Laura Thompson, who also lives in Vinewood Hills. She was the one who called us. So she called in. It looks like she's kind of in jogging attire. There's Frank Ramirez. He's working here at the Puito Forest Sawmill. All right. Our last suspect is Bill. Just Bill. Seems to be one of the altruists from the nearby camp. Okay, let's ask, who are you? I'm Deputy Sheriff Jane Hill from the LSSD, and the guy who watches the suspects is Deputy Tim Ross. Okay, no more questions. Understood. I suggest you start investigating the crime scene. Let me know when you find something. Okay, this is so cool. Our flashlight out. So we have some markers. I believe each one's going to have some evidence. He died from the wound on the back of his head. Shoe prints. This is where the victim stood with someone for some time. The victim and killer must have known each other. Blood. Here he hit his head. Was he being pushed? You can see all that blood on the ground. Quite a bit. Just some sawdust. I don't think this is helpful. So wound from the back of the head. We believe the victim possibly knew the suspect. Looks like there's something down here. This must be the victim's phone. Looks like someone damaged it on purpose. Possibly somebody threw it. Trying to get rid of evidence. Deputy Hall, I'm done with investigating the area. Understood. I suggest you start now with the interrogation of the suspects. Let me know if you need any help. Who are you? I'm Laura Thompson, 35 years old, single. I'm pretty sure you heard of me. Not? Well, not everyone understands the meaning behind an artful painting. That's right. I'm the one and only Laura Thompson, an artist by profession. Can you tell me what happened tonight? Oh, you know, darling, the city can be stressful. I came here to relax and getting some inspiration for my next artwork. While I was jogging through the forest, I noticed a guy lying on the ground. I tried to help him, but there's nothing I could do, so I called 911 and waited. Yeah, that lines up. So accidentally opened Stop the Pet earlier. That's why it's popping up. Normally it doesn't. Did you know Mr. James Taylor? Oh, is James Taylor? Didn't notice that, but at least the expensive suit makes sense now. He once sued me for one of my installations. Oh, okay. We got a possible motive here. Well, sometimes karma seems to strike late. He was an ass, but that was years ago, and maybe dying is a little too harsh. So she's trying to tone it back now, but that is interesting. We do have possible motive since the victim did sue the suspect. Didn't notice that when I came here, but it was a great idea, my darling. My next installation should be about smashed phones. Okay. I think that's all the information I'm going to get out of her. So we're going to go to our next suspect and see what they know about the victim and the crime. Who are you? My name is Frank Ramirez. I'm living in Paleto Bay and work here at the sawmill as a foreman. Okay, he's the one who works here. Can you tell me what happened? I was working as usual when I heard a woman screaming. I came here and saw that the woman tried to help the victim, but it was already too late. Okay, that's Miss Thompson. Did you know James Taylor? Unfortunately, yes. He is, well, he was a lawyer, often sneaking around here to make photos. He was trying to find something to use against us. One of his clients wants the sawmill to be closed. We told him to stay away, but he wouldn't listen. His client wants this location to build something big here. Well, at least he can't take photos of the sawmill anymore. Talking about his smashed phone. So here's another person with possible motive. The victim here was representing a client that wanted this sawmill closed. So both of them have a motive. What about this guy? Bill. He's just known as Bill. Who are you? Howdy, my name is Bill. My ma used to call me Billy, but now it's just Bill. What happened tonight? You know, I was hungry and hunted some ribbits. When there's a scream, I was running like a crow flies and landed here. I saw the Dangabit helping, but he already kicked the bucket. Do you know Mr. James Taylor? No, I don't. What about the smashed phone? Take that thing away. Technology ruined the country. Better to destroy it. Okay, so, you know, his possible motive, if he did have one, could be the technology angle. He's the only one who didn't know the victim, according to this interrogation. Have you finished the interrogations? I believe so. Let's ask, we can ask about the phone, the footprints, and security cameras. When we arrived, I did a quick pocket search of the victim. I already was wondering why he had no phone. I guess that is the answer. Maybe the murderer had a reason to throw it away. What about the footprints? You found footprints near the corpse. Do you think they have talked before the murderer slammed his head against the iron railing? Yeah, it does appear to be that way. They may have known each other when they started the conversation in this place. Yeah, which, you know, puts the female and the foreman kind of at the front because they both knew him. Do we have any security cameras? There are a few security cameras on this site, but sadly, this is a big blind spot. Nothing interesting on the tapes. We're done with the interrogation. I'm sure the murderer is... Okay. So based off of our questioning, the evidence, the footprint, who called 911... who do we think it is? All right, guys, if you have a thought who it is, leave a comment down below before we see this play out. Based off the evidence with the phone being smashed and that the fact that he was taking pictures, also that he wanted the sawmill closed, which would affect the foreman's job, I'm going to say it was Frank. Think he did it to protect his work. Anyway, you should arrest Mr. Ramirez now. All right. we'll go ahead and make that arrest.
You're under arrest, you piece of crap!
I'm gonna pat him down too, see if we can find anything on him that might give us some additional clues. He has a letter threatening the mayor of Vice City and a receipt. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is just place him right by this other deputy here. Actually, let's place him in the back of the car for the time being, and we'll talk to Jane again. You know, I wish I had some more evidence, but based off what I can see, I could see him doing it. I could see also Miss Thompson doing it too. I don't know. And then Bill, he just didn't give me a lot of information either. So he could be, they all could be the murderer. Thank you, Detective. I'm glad this case is solved. Hopefully one day we can work together again. You should drive back to the main road. We will clean up the scene. Goodbye, Detective. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get a transport. Lincoln 18 requesting transport.
Assistance required in the Chiliad Mountain State Wilderness.
Hello.
Let's just reverse down here and not hit this officer. Okay, so when we get back to the main road, I'll wonder if it's gonna tell us if we did a good job or not. I'm really curious to see if we got the right person. That was a great little bit of narration, very well written. You get some clues, but I feel like the answer is not dumped into your lap. You have to do a little bit of critical thinking. The day after the investigation. We all heard about the murder at the Paleto Bay sawmill. A detective solved the case and saved the day. Today we got the decision of the court after a quick and fast process. Seems like the detective did a great job. The judge sentenced the murderer to a lifetime behind the bars. Your conclusions were correct. Hey, that is awesome. Really fun call out. Well, that's going to conclude today's video. If you want to play the call out for yourself, go ahead, check out the link in the description where you know it brings you to all the mods I used. You can check it out. I'm not sure if it has different conclusions or not based off each playthrough. There is another one as well in the call out list, but I don't know that it's quite playable at this time. But really great stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next patrol.